Today I was reminded about this passage in Exodus, and there's just a little gem here that I love, and I had not thought about it in a long time, but Exodus 1:11 through 14. It says, "Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And the Egyptians were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All their service which they made them serve was with rigor." And what is that word, rigor? Rigor. Severity. Sorry, I didn't. With severity. So, but this passage is beautiful because it's like the Pharaoh had noticed that the children of Israel were growing and outnumbering them. So they decided, they're like, all right, we're gonna make their lives miserable and afflict them with these hard labor and terrible work and these things, and it says the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And it's like this is like there's like a spiritual truth here, and it's something we need to understand and learn. It's like the enemy, the more they afflict us, the more we grow, you know? And it's like God has created it this way. And there's like this breaking point where the enemy is doing everything they can to destroy us. But in this time that they're actually what they're doing to destroy us, God is actually using to establish us and grow us. So it's like, and even though the enemy knows this word, and they know that we grow through their affliction, they can't help but afflict us because they're out to steal, kill, and destroy. It's worth the risk to them. Because not everybody does grow. Some people grow bitter. That's why it says, "Let not any root of bitterness grow up within you, from which many are defiled." But the enemy is out to steal, kill, and destroy. Like, they cannot resist afflicting us. But it's the very thing that they cannot resist to do is what God uses to grow us. And it's just beautiful to me. So I just wanted to share that today. Don't worry about what seems to be the hard bondage and the service with we have to serve in this fallen world, and our affliction and all these things by the enemy constantly coming at us. But this is actually a blessing, because all these things that the enemy's doing, warring against us, and we're wrestling not with flesh and blood, but with principalities and powers of darkness. God is actually training us up and building us up for our eternal calling in our heavenly home. So rejoice in your affliction today, because it's a beautiful way to grow. Amen.